Hello, YouTube modeling community. This is Rusty Rotor with a past build and a little something extra today. I happen to have in my possession the original release AMT 63 Chevy 2 Nova wagon. A good friend of mine that he's a lot older than me. He's not doing very well and struggling with some health issues and some other personal things. He's got a huge I don't even know how to describe it. A huge collection, basically, I guess, of models, die cast, a lot of the high-end models. I don't know what scale. They're huge, so they're probably like 1/10, 1/8 scale. The ones that cost you like $2,000 to buy, and then you got to build it, and it's got real leather seats, and it's got all the bells and whistles. He was huge into that, and I mean he's got display cases all in his living room, dining room, and throughout his house. Not to mention a whole basement just full of stuff. Me being, I'm not a big diecast fan. There's a few that I like, and just for display. I've got another really good close friend that's been an avid collector of diecast. I mean, he's got a full basement, wall-to-wall, built-in shelves, just loaded, and then boxes and boxes and boxes full of diecast. He can't even display because he doesn't have any room for them, but he still collects them. So I mean, I get it. Everybody has their niche. Mine just happens to be plastic. But I do have the original release. He was in possession of it. He bought it when he was a kid. We'll look and find the date on the box, but I also have the brand new one, sealed, not opened. And the box arts are the same. The boxes are different sizes, but we'll see that. On past build, I got one of my first ones that I had saved enough money to buy an aftermarket distributor, and then that kind of led me to just highly detailed paint, I guess you could say, everything else. The kit came with photo etch. It's a great kit. It's one of my favorite movies. The only thing I changed was, and I acquired the correct wheels, but after thinking about it, being an old school hot rodder, I went with a different route on the tires and wheels. I still have those. I can switch them out anytime. But I like the ones that are on it, just nostalgia feel to it. But I got it out of the display case, and everything I touch on it it's falling apart. I mean, it's probably about 5 years old. Built it and then put it in a display case. It's never been touched really since then. And I was real meticulous with the glue, so it probably didn't get enough glue. So when I'm touching things, it's knocking something off or whatever. So I've kind of got it sitting here drying a little bit. The back glass fell out of it. Anybody guess what car it is just by the back glass? The shape. You know how many friends I got that don't even look at the car, but look at the shape of a glass and be within the proximity of maybe 2 to 3 cars of it, being right, and most of the time nails it on the T. I got friends that can look at the back bumper or a back clip of a car and know exactly what car it is, what year it is, so on and so forth. That runs to me. I put that in the file purist. They just know so much knowledge about a car that they can recognize and know exactly what it is by the rear clip or the front clip or just an angle of the car. They know exactly what it is, and 9 times out of 10 they're correct. So let's see how we can do this. Well, I guess we'll wait a minute, maybe give it an extra minute or two to dry time, and then I can flip it over. I want to thank all my past subs, people that are coming over, watching, and they're dropping me a sub. I greatly appreciate that. the channel's growing. We're like at 630 something. We're getting closer to that milestone. So a little announcement. Lee has stepped up and with the giveaway. One of the winners will receive the ZVP that I demonstrated yesterday. For all you others, I did find out the price is $20 shipped, $15 if you cover the shipping. So you know it $20, $21. You know, so I wasn't far off the beaten path. You know, his link is in yesterday's video. I'm just going to keep it there until we get to closer to the giveaway, and maybe one other time between now and then. But definitely get over there and check out his Instagram page. I mean, the stuff he does, like I said, he's more of like a pro mod, you know, rail dragsters, top fuel, and all that. But he is very meticulous in what he does, and it's not rushed. It takes him a year, sometimes longer, to complete a project because he's that in depth. I mean, he goes above and beyond to reference pictures. If you can't find the part, he's 3D printer also, and he's got a mill, a lathe. He machines aluminum parts, and we'll have some of that coming to this channel too. He's like I said, he's healing from a surgery, so he's, you know, there's no rush, you know. But he's going to put together a little package and send it for us to see and what's available. It's just he's a super nice guy. He always pays it forward. He's been a great friend to me, a great mentor. You know, when I got back into this hobby, he was one of a few first guys that I started communicating with, asking questions, and you know, how'd you go about this, blah blah blah. And he took the time out of his day and helped me, and you know, I greatly appreciate him and what he does. And like I said, we've developed a friendship over 5 years that is like we've been brothers all of our lives. But get a chance, find that link from yesterday's video. Go over there and check out his Instagram page. Just scroll through, look at all of his work and all the things that he's done for the modeling community. He does have a YouTube channel. Check that out. You know, he's got a few things on there. He's just not real avid on there. So, but there's some interesting things on there. And he's a show guy. He goes around to shows. He was at Acme last year. He lives out west, so you know, most of the shows he goes to is out that way. He does travel from time to time. But you know, drop in and say hi. Give him a follow and a like there on Instagram, and let him know you're thinking about him in your prayers for a quick and speedy recovery. And enough of that. You know, as always, thumbs up, thumbs down. Leave your comments, bell notifications. Drop me a sub. I think we'll give this a few extra minutes to set up because I don't want to flip it and then the parts fall off of it again. And there's that back glass I got to get back in somehow. That ZVP is going to come in handy for that because I can get the glass set in there and put a little dab of glue and pull it up and hit it with a little UV light and, you know, get it to hold. But I got to get everything else to dry first. So we'll set one thing up here. Let me get these tools out of the way. And I'm going to open the box, put that there, and get her out. And like I said, this is, there we go, I'll show you. That's the original, very first. And we'll see if we can see. I have to get my old man specs on, guys. Hold on a second. Old man specs. I want to see if I can see a year. You know, it's produced in Troy, Michigan. 25th scale. This is another one I think that goes by the number. I'm not seeing anything on the box art, but see, there's the new one. It just came out like a year or two ago, so you can see the comparison. You know, same old vintage box art. This one, let me get down here to it, has never been painted. It does need, well, I take that back. It looks like he did paint the, yeah, he painted the lower trim, but that's no big thing. You know, you can see the chrome starting to fade on it. This will get a complete restore. Get rid of the scuffs off of it. And I'll take the chrome off and leave it bare, just like if it was a promo. This one, there we go. As you can see, no engine. You put an engine in it, and it even had the little metal clip for the hood. But you know, it's got some little areas to clean up. It's nothing like catastrophic that like, oh my god, you know, glue bomb, paint bomb. It's none of those. He did put a set of bucket seats in the back. Why, I don't know, but he does have the original bench. So let me put you back up here real quick because I dropped. I'm going to have to find the little clip so I can put that back on there. But that's the only piece that's missing to this. And you know, it originally at one time was a screw bottom, or could have been, I guess, if they released it as a promo. But you know, it's like I said, it's untouched. Just, you know, just a little light chrome trim there at the bottom, and nothing else is painted chrome. You know, it's not broken, it's not cracked, it's not, you know, glass isn't scratched up or anything like that. Even has the original instructions, one page. Still no date that I can see. Yeah, no date. So, you know, if anybody is keen on years and everything else that this was produced the first year, let me know. I think it looks like 10 of 66 that this was built or released, 1966. So I am 1 year older than this model. It's 50 years old. So, and here's the original decals. And they're not horrible. They're yellowed. I'll probably get this to clear up and respray them with some clear and let them cure. Put them under some UV light, kind of cure it some more. There's some white letters on here too. It says open 24 hours. You just can't see them because of the yellowing on it. But they're not cracked or damaged or anything like that. Chances are they'll probably fall apart. That's why I say you probably have to re-clear them. First, get the yellowing to go away, re-clear them, and then you might be able to. But I never will. They're going to stay exactly like this. I mean, even the box is meticulous. There's no, you know, it was taped. Like Matthew over at Model Car Videos always says, you know, was it factory sealed or taped? You can clearly see this one was a taped box. It wasn't wrapped in plastic like they are now. But to me, this is priceless. Like I said, it'll get taken. It does come apart easily. Taken apart, cleaned up. I'm not going to redo the chrome, you know, or anything like that. I'll strip the chrome and I'll lightly polish out the little scuffs here and there that it has, and it'll go in a display case, and it'll stay just like this. When I was a kid, a friend of my father's was a huge promo model guy, and when we walked into his house, it was just a wall that had to be like 20 feet long by, you know, I think it had 10-foot ceilings in this house. Built-in bookcases with nothing but promo after promo after promo after promo. All, I mean, if this car came in 5 different color variations, he'd have all 5 of them. Just a huge collector of them. And they go there and, you know, play music and shoot the shit, you know, hang out like friends would do. But he let me get him down and play with them. You know, I wasn't rough with him or anything like that. I got him down, just rolled him around, played like, you know, any other normal little boy. And it just, you know, it was one of the sparks in my head of, wow, this is really cool. I'd like to have some of these. And he explained to me how, you know, how he obtained them. His father owned a dealership, actually several, in the Ohio area. And, you know, he got them sent to him via AMT, and there was another company back then that was putting out promos. It might have been Johan. I don't know all the facts, but he explained to me, so, his dad would get them in, and they would get probably, each year, 15 or 20 of them. And back then, nobody wanted that. Some guys did. It was cool to take it and say, hey, look, hey, this is the car I bought. Everything's got everything. Some of them had the writing on the bottom of them, what they came with, whether it's dual exhaust, a V8, straight six, whatever. Had all the information of the vehicle on it. And most of his did have all that. So I know, now later on, and know more about it, that they were all promos. And I couldn't, probably $100,000, $200,000 worth of promos. That's any indication, just for a plastic toy. And friends grow apart, so I never knew what happened to him or his collection. If, he had kids, gave them away. At the time, he didn't have any kids, and I was probably about 6 or 7. But I just remember every time going over, looking forward to it, because I could get the cars down and play with them. It was like having big Hot Wheels to me. It was a blast. Hours. I mean, I didn't even bother them. I'd be sitting there playing. I think, matter of fact, I probably threw a fit when it was time to leave, because I didn't want to stop playing with them. But I thought you guys would like to see that, so you can see how easy it just comes apart. It's not, like I said, it's not a glue bomb or anything like that. It will come apart easily. And then, like I said, just I'm going to polish it, but using the sanding method. I'm going to go all the way from, I'll probably start around 3,000 and wet sand polish all the way up to 12,000. So as soon as I get some 12,000 in, and bring back the original finish on this where needed. The glass, I'll polish the glass out. I do have a 283 Chevy. It's one of those little aftermarket kits. It's all chrome. I'll probably strip that down and paint that, and not glue it in, but set it down in here. I'm not going to paint the engine orange or anything like that. I'm going to strip it down to bare plastic. If it's not beige underneath, then I may paint everything, all the parts beige, just to color look, but I'm just going to set it down in there. I'm not going to glue anything in place, because it's not original to this. And then I need to find the clip. So I'm not going to open the new one. I'd be looking at sprues with the exact same parts this has. So it's not a high part count. But I thought you guys would be interested in seeing that. This being an original release, and the box is it's not in excellent shape. Perfect. I mean, there's little flaws in it from where it's taped, but it's even still got some of the original tape on it. You can see it's yellowed, but I mean, the box isn't crushed or ripped, or the corner's just slightly starting to get worn on it. But he did a lot of, keeping things packed up in boxes and shuffling them around, and it's just nice to see that somebody took the pride and care in keeping something nice, and no idea that it would be worth anything. I mean, this right here is worth a small fortune. I mean, and it'll never go anywhere. It'll go to one of my kids or grandkids or anything like that. I do have big plans for this one. This is going to be more like a Pro Touring, Pro Street type build. And I'm looking for another one, because I got an idea for another one. But those are my two Novas. I have a bunch of other Novas, but as far as station wagons, I asked for this kit for years, and he finally came to me and said, hey, look, I'm getting so old that I need to send some of this stuff out. Would you be interested in coming over and going through everything, and I'll make you a good deal. So I did. And this and a couple other ones. There's some F1s I got from him, and some other real nice models for a really good price. And I didn't have a lot of money at the time, so I couldn't really get everything I wanted, because there was a lot more. And hopefully one day I can get back over there and thin his herd some more, because he does have a lot of nice stuff. Alright, so hopefully this thing's cured enough. We'll see. Anything falls off, I apologize in advance. But here we go. It's the Gran Torino with the 429, I think it is. Let me get my glasses. Can you guys see that? There it is. Yep, 429 Cobra Jet. The movie Gran Torino, that inspired me. I'm a huge fan of the movie. The main character, the director, the legend, Clint Eastwood. I did flock the rear deck. I had a lot of reference photos, and not all of them had, a carpeted, textured rear deck, but one that I found did, and that's the one I went by. But I mixed green and black together to get that look. And then it was a matte black finish underneath it. Actually, it's 2 greens and black mixed together. And then, a black base underneath it. The seats are two-toned, according to what I found online. And door panels are painted for that interior type. You can see this one's kind of dusty and dirty. I stopped waxing it and cleaning it because every time I touched something, it knocked it off. Like I've knocked a handle off somewhere. I got to find it. But it came with photo etch. All these little emblems like that one, the rear tailpiece over the taillights, that's photo etch. Well, I knocked this door handle off too, so I got to find it. And then, like I said, the interior, I don't know if we can get in there and see. Through the back, maybe? No. Let's try to do it through the side here. It's just not enough. Let me put some lighting on it and see if that helps. That did. That did. Let's get it to focus. Come on. I mean, it's nothing radical. There we go. Nothing radical. It's all just detail painted. But, cool ride. I even got the decals for that. You can see how dirty this thing is. Good Lord. I'm embarrassed. But, is it perfect? No. It's not a perfect build. And it's not nothing I would take to a show. I mean, it's clean. Just dirty from sitting. But we get up underneath the hood here. And you can see it's got the flocking everywhere. It needs to be really clean. There we go. There's the engine. Like I said, aftermarket distributor. Detail painted the brake master cylinder and put brake lines going down, washer fluid tank, horns. Just put the decals where they needed to be. Detailed up the battery a little bit. I added real wires for the hoses, heater hoses, and a clamp. The fuel line goes down to the fuel pump. There's the coil. Nothing, like I said, nothing spectacular. It's just, this is one of my favorite cars. That's a photo etch emblem there on the front grille. And the front spoiler. Then underneath was just detail painted. And you can see, it's knocking parts loose still. I added the traction bars. They came with the kit. I just thought it was a neat, addition to it. I love the headers that they wrap around the front suspension. Man, if you ever bottomed that car out, it would destroy all kinds of stuff. And then I, picked out the fuel line, gave it red shocks, detail painted the exhaust, weathered it a little bit, and then I went with the kind of like the Dukes of Hazzard style wheels, hand painted the letters. Then I used the yellow, different shades of green up to yellow decals for the sides. Hand painted the marker lights. Like I said, there's some little imperfections here and there. It is a dark, solid color, so it shows everything. And it needs to be really cleaned. Get rid of all the crap off of it, because it's actually got a decent. It's a rattle can. It's Tamiya. I don't have the can anymore to tell you what number it was, but there's a lot of mistakes made on this one. But overall, it's a good piece, nice piece. I'm thinking about getting this kit again and redoing it now that I've got, you know, a little bit better experience and a little more talent under my belt than I did 5 years ago. See if I can get the hood on there. There we go. And the steering. The steering is functional. I like that, having a little turn stance to it. Primarily just box stock, other than that, distributor, because the photo etch came with it, so that's part of the kit. So you can't count. You know, this would be a good box stock entry for a model show. And then, like I said, there's the back glass. Any of you guessed? I think it's a '69 Gran Torino, if I remember right. You'd be correct. So, yeah, that's another past build. This is one, like I said, it needs some. It's been jostled around quite a bit, moving from one part of the house to this part, and it did get knocked around. I didn't realize that I knocked the door handles off, so I'll have to look around the display case, see if I can find those. If not, I'll have to find something somewhere else. The body's never been clear coated, so it'd be easily to, you know, wet sand it out and smooth that paint off a little bit, touch everything up, and then get that rear window back in there. It'd definitely be worth that, and maybe then maybe I would take it to a show. You never know. It's not really clean enough right now at this point to even enter it. But it's a nice, you know, shelf queen, as they say. It's, you know, something you're proud of, and I'm very proud of it. I had a lot of fun building this kit, and it went together like a dream. I had no issues. It's a 1/24 scale, so it's a hair bigger than other ones, but yeah, it was a blast. The paint laid down nice on it. I did have some areas that I didn't see, and it was too late, that I was a little rougher on the area, and I should smooth it out a little bit more. But all that I could fix. I mean, I could easily just take it off and, you know, dip it and strip it and redo it, because the next one I get wouldn't be this color. So if I bought another kit, I could use the decals from that set to, you know, put on this, pop my photo etch stuff off carefully, clean it up real good, and you know, reapply all that. The interior is fine. I wouldn't change nothing on that. Maybe hit the chrome a little more, brighten it up a little bit. But other than that, it falls kind of in line with the other one I showed you last week. It'd be worth taking apart and redoing it. But then again, you know, it may just stay the way it is. I will put the door handles back on it, and I may just leave it the way it is, because it's just a remembrance of where I was at, what level I was at, what I was capable of doing. And, you know, with this one, it was focusing on less glue, keeping everything cleaner. I think I've snapped, or the arm came off. It did. It just came off. I was going to say, because I got tires turning both directions. So I hope you guys like this one, and I hope you like the Nova. It's always nice to kind of go back down history road and see models from our past, and, you know, what they look like, and especially ones that are in as pristine condition as that Nova. Like I said, that one little scuff and a little mark underneath the hood are the only problems I've seen on it, and those are, believe it or not, are super easy to fix. And like I said, it's just going to get, you know, kind of cleaned up a little bit. I'll give it a bath and wash all the parts and dry them, and like I said, a wet sand polish just with sandpaper. Get what I need to get the surface smooth again, and it's going to go in a display case. No paint, no glue, maybe a tad here and there just to put that bench seat back in. But other than that, no, nothing. Just a quick, simple redo on it and get it in a display case, and that's where it'll sit. Because it's a piece of our history for our hobby, and that's the way it should remain to me. A lot of guys would, you know, hack it apart and build it into a beautiful model, a showpiece. But to me, it's not that it's not worth doing that to. It's just not worth doing that to, because it's perfect the way it is. I know everybody has their weak spot or soft spot for a favorite car, and you've obtained it, the holy grail, and this was one of my holy grails. I was able to get that one. The other one is one I always talk about, the AMX Javelin, the one that had the stripe across the hood. It's got the humps on the fenders, the little lip on the back of the roof, and the rear spoiler. Not the AMX, but the AMX Javelin. That is my number one holy grail of all models. And like I said, I've had that's one that I would get, not keep the same, because I've got a huge plan to, build a replica of a car that I've fell in love with, 5-6 years ago. And I want one that's sitting on my shelf so I can see it every day. So, I think that's about it. We'll call it quits here. I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. Tomorrow will be the last update video on the commission build. Friday will be what's on my bench, some update on the ramp truck, and anything else that comes and goes between now and then. I still haven't gotten a 3D printing time, which is no big deal. I have it. I can do it anytime. Anybody interested in a shop card, just let me know. Drop me an email. You want to talk in the emails, we can do that. Leave your comment down below. Leave me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Drop me a sub. Like I say, there's big things coming. It's just going to be little bit by little bit, and I'm constantly working on new ideas and bringing big and better things to the channel. Whether it be older models or newer models or dioramas or whatever it may be, it's all going to be model related. No specific genre, just model related. So that way I kind of make everybody happy. That's even including the Gundam figures. My son's been trying to get me to build some of those over the years, and there's a few that I do like, and I'm interested in getting and giving a shot to it. Same way with the bust statue figures, the miniatures, all that stuff interests me. So we're gonna bring a array of it. We just got to get it in here and do it. I do have a big file of some game piece miniatures. I need to get that uploaded and do some test printing on that still, and we'll probably do a set of those where we paint them, the process I go through in painting them, and then I might just give that set away after we get it done. But there's definitely things coming. So you guys have a great day. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed this. This is Rusty Rotor. I'm out.